Okay, so it's night 4, but I'm gonna do something a little bit different today. So I opened several days yesterday since I had hurt my back and I couldn't do it one after the other. So I'm actually gonna try 2 with you tonight. I'm gonna do night 3, which is JCB's 121 Pinot Noir. And I'm gonna do tonight's, which is number 4. So we'll find out what that is. The cool thing about this too is hopefully we'll get a red tonight and we can kind of do a comparison. So if you don't know about the numbers that represent the JCB line, they all have some type of significance and a reason behind them. So the 121 represents the highway in Carneros that links the 2 wine areas. So John Charles Boisset has meaning behind everything that he does. He's very intentional. And so this is the reason behind the 121. So gonna open this one. I did show it last night, but I actually have never had this wine. So I'm excited to share it together. So Pinot Noirs typically have higher acidity. They're a little lighter. This one actually is pretty dark for a Pinot Noir, but when you look down in a glass in a Pinot Noir, a lot of times you can see the bottom. If you ever do a comparison between that and maybe a cab that's a deeper cab, in a Pinot Noir, a lot of times you can see the end of your glass, where in a cab, you're not gonna be able to see all the way through. You typically have a lot of bright fruits, usually not cooked. They're gonna be brighter notes of like strawberry and raspberry, uncooked fruits, right? Just very bright, high acidity. Whereas a cab is going to be a lot more cooked, rich, maybe some oak behind it. Yeah, so this one's really light. Very bright. I would say it's high acid, but it's not harsh acid. Beautiful, beautiful Pinot. And this would hold up if you're having a steak dinner, would hold up really well. But if you're having a lighter dish, but meat forward, I would say this would be great too, because I personally would say this is a heavier side of a Pinot. So let's see what we've got on day 4. Fingers crossed it might be a red. And it is. So this is the Buena Vista Cabernet 2022. So good thing it's a cab, so we can do a little bit of a visual comparison here. So Buena Vista is, so when you go to Napa and Sonoma, you have a lot of history. You have viticulture that encompasses very old vines, European vines that come from the old world. And this is considered the oldest winery in Napa. You have a lot of wineries that have very old vines that can be different years. So I just want to be clear on that. But Buena Vista is the oldest winery. And John Charles Boisset, it's one of the wineries that we own under our collection. So let me pour this and hopefully you're going to be able to see, and it might be a little hard. Definitely though, I can see. All right, so even in on the video, you can see on this one, which is the Pinot Noir, you can see around the rim on the highest part of the wine, you can see that lightness, right? That kind of raspberry color. And then as it goes deeper, it's darker. On this one, it's a lot darker throughout coming up the rim of the glass. So you know that that's deeper in color. It's harder to look at it this way, just because one, I'm wearing black. Typically you would look at this with a white background to see the purest color, but I can tell you looking at it, I definitely cannot see on the cab, I cannot see the bottom of my glass. This does need a little time to open up, but it's definitely more cooked fruit. So blackberry, dark cherry, apple, little hint of oak. I'm actually not sure if this is done in an oak barrel, but if I had to put money on it, I would say that it is. Sometimes Pinot Noir, they stick to stainless steel. Sometimes they do short time in oak. I'd have to do a little bit of research on these, but this was a fun kind of day 3, day 4 together. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of comparison time. You can see it even more as I drink more, the differences. Hope you have a great evening enjoying a good bottle with you and yours, and I will see you tomorrow for day 5. Cheers. It's not stopping.